Hey girlies, welcome back to another video. I decided to do something a little different today, and I love to paint, so I thought why not do a little girl talk and paint something that I love to paint. I love painting palm trees, so we're gonna paint some palm trees and talk about some girl things. So make sure you have your wine or something to sip on, and if you want to paint with me, make sure you got some paint and something to paint on. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna just start with some blue on here. I'm making a blue sky, so we're gonna go in with the blue. And I was just thinking today, like, it could be really hard to choose like the right partner. I feel like guys will act like they're a certain way and we'll believe them, but 3 months later they're someone completely different, and it's hard to kind of like figure out like who the fake ones are, who the real ones are, and know what we're actually getting ourselves into. But I think when we take our time, we can actually figure out who the real ones are, who the genuine ones are, and kind of figure out, like, filter it out and be able to choose better men in the end. And I think that once we figure that out and learn, oh damn, I dropped it, that's so annoying. But let me clean it off. All right, I cleaned it off. Now my water is all green, but whatever. So I don't even know where I was. The paint is drying quickly, but I think once we really figure out how to filter out the bad men, the guys who are not meant for us, we're able to just tap into something much deeper, much greater, and really see what God has out there for us. Like, it's really crazy. As a woman, we hold so much power to really choose the men that we want. Men really don't have much of a choice. So once we, like, I'm using this to like dry my brush. It's a shirt that's like ugly, but once we realize that we hold so much power, we're able to like really play the field and choose the man that we want. So yeah, once you realize your power and you see that you can choose literally whatever man that you want and get him, you stop giving chances to the guys that really don't match up to your standards. And so once you truly realize what you want, what you're not willing to tolerate, you attract the men that you really do want into your life. And that right there, like, you know, why wouldn't you want to have that power? We really do hold so much power as women, and the quicker we realize that, the more we'll stop having to deal with such terrible men. And so at the end of the day, like, I do want to say, like, we have to hold ourselves accountable. We do have to realize that we're making a choice to kind of move too fast with men. And yes, some men are terrible. That's not our fault at all. But we do have some control over the situation in taking our time. Once I learned to take my time with men, I was able to filter out so many terrible people. And when you realize early, you walk away and you don't feel like you're losing anything. But if you stick around too long and you build a bond and you don't pay attention to the red flags, you will end up feeling pretty hurt. So the quicker you learn how to realize those red flags, the better it'll be for you. and your own feelings, your self-esteem. You don't want it to take too long. You do want to work on those things early so that you're not left picking up the pieces and just having to kind of like remake your whole life, you know? Like, once someone breaks your heart and really wasn't what you wanted, and they were actually pretty toxic, you end up having to pick up so many pieces to put yourself back together. Some people stay broken and hurt and bitter, but you do not want that to be you. You want to heal after heartbreak and really become a phenomenal, amazing woman that can make it through tough times and just make better decisions next time. Because at the end of the day, all we have is us. So you do want to invest in yourself and just make sure that you're always making the best choice and being intentional about who and what you let into your life. And like doing things like this in painting just really is a nice activity to just feel more connected to yourself. And usually I do this, you know, in the peace and quiet by myself with some music playing in the background. Let the paint dry a little bit. I have on like a blue base for the sky. Let me show you. Blue base. This is not the best paper to be painting on, but it's what I got for now, so that's what we're doing. But I do feel like a lot of the time we end up choosing guys who are like the complete opposite of what we know we should be with, you know? Like, there's the guy that we want and the guy that we should be with, you know? Like, I do hear a lot, and I used to say this too, like, there's no good men out there, like, you know, they're just not there. But it's not true. Like, can you think about a time when maybe you had a nice guy come up to you, try to talk to you, and you pushed him away because he said he was too nice? Like, that definitely does happen. And I mean, we just have to learn from it, you know? So it's not so much that there aren't good guys out there. Sometimes we just need to make better choices, you know? And when we do choose better, we have quality men in our life. So when you have a list of things that you want in a guy and you're looking for that, you're not gonna let, you know, the negative guys, the bozos into your life, pretty much. You're not gonna let them into your life because you know exactly what you want. And you'll know, like, okay, this guy is not it. And you'll walk away. And if you don't have a list of things you want in a guy, kind of just break it down in, like, mental, physical, spiritual, different categories like that. You want a guy to be interconnected and interconnected. You might be asking, what does that mean? So, like, with interconnected, you want a guy who's connected to his outside world, his mom, his friends, his siblings, his family, even his work. And you want a guy who is intra-connected, connected to himself, his mind, his feelings, his spirit. You don't want someone who knows nothing about nothing and doesn't care about connection, because, I mean, that type of guy is just not going to be worth building with. Because if a man doesn't know himself and what he likes to be around, then he'll get mixed up into anything. And we don't want men who don't know where they're going or what they're doing, because we want a man who has direction in life and will be able to actually build with us and walk with us in this life, rather than veering off on a path and then running back. And, you know, like, some guys are just very scattered, and we don't want that. So knowing what you want in a guy, especially knowing that a guy who is connected to himself and others in a healthy way, is so important to actually choosing the right man when he does come around. I'm gonna make some clouds even though the paint is not dry yet, but it's dry enough. I don't even know what this paint and chat video is gonna be like. I said let's just try something new, but as I'm painting I'm just thinking you really want a guy who's gonna take his time with you. I feel like that's something that we don't talk about enough, and when you know that a guy is going to take time getting to know you before he tries anything else like that says a lot. And I've heard like, oh, a guy will wait like, you know, a year just to get in one girl's pants, but I don't know, I don't buy it. And guys, I know some guys watch my videos, so if y'all could let me know are y'all really waiting a year, a whole year for a girl to give it up to you, or whatever you want to call it? Like, are you really waiting a year? I don't think so. So yeah, as I'm painting this, that's what I'm thinking, because I'm really taking my time making sure that these trees are pretty. I'm just drawing the, I don't even know what it's called, the body of the palm trees. But yeah, you really do want a guy who's gonna take his time with you, actually get to know you, instead of just rushing to do dirty dog things, you know? So let me see, I'll put another one right here. But yeah, guys, let me know, like, are you really waiting a year? That sounds a little ridiculous. If like, you know, you don't want anything else with that girl, like, why would you wait a year? But maybe some people really do that. I don't know, but let me know. This is not focusing. I think it's focusing on the brushes. Okay. Like, I feel like there is like that rare one or two like guys who will be weird and actually like lead a girl on for a year without giving her any commitment until he gets exactly what he wants. But I don't think that's most guys, for real. But like I said, guys, let me know if you or your friends are like that. Put it in the comments, because that's like crazy and kind of hard to believe, because I wouldn't do that. But then again, I'm a woman, so I guess I'm thinking a little differently. But ladies, have you ever had a guy do that to you? That's like crazy. But yeah, I think taking your time in just about everything you do is so important. And in time, you'll see someone's true colors, or just anything in life. When you take your time, you'll see like the true colors of that thing, whether it be like a job that you have, or of course like a relationship that you're in, friends that you're cool with. Like, you're gonna see someone's true colors over time, and it's really gonna show you like what that person is all about. Like, I kind of love but hate, of course, when those moments happen, but you get to see, you really do get to see what that person is all about. And yeah, I love those moments, because then you take someone out of your life that really does not need to be in your life. Like, they probably have been leeching off of you, whether it's a guy, a friend, whoever, or a job. Like, or a job. Like, they're just, you know, it just was never good for you. And the quicker, you know, the quicker you could be like, all right, bye. Ladies, I'm definitely curious though, like, what do you look for in a guy? Put it in the comments. I want to know, like, what you look for in a guy, because I have like a 42 item list, which is probably kind of crazy, but maybe I can add more. But yeah, I want to know what y'all look for in a guy, because it does feel like slim pickings out here sometimes. I'm acting like I'm not in a relationship, but yeah, I could see how it seems like slim pickings out there. So let me know what you look for in a guy. Let me know if it's hard, and let's get these palm trees in. And if you're painting too, let me know what you're painting in the comments. I'd love to know. I don't know why I love painting palm trees so much. Probably because I'm Haitian and it's the island girl in me. But this is literally my favorite thing to paint, and I probably paint a palm tree a week. I guess I'll show you guys how I actually do the palm trees, because I know it could be hard. I have like this ugly little green color right here. Actually one of my favorite colors, like this army green. And then let me make sure you guys can see. I kind of just flick it outwards so that there's a point at the top. And that's just the base. You could probably see this one better. You want to make sure it's pointy at the top, like at the end of the branch or the leaf or whatever this is. And you just keep doing that. So yeah, this is pretty much what I do to make palm trees. I go in like how you saw me going in the beginning with the darkest color. I go in with like different colors, like a brownish green, a darker green, and then I kind of just add different colors to it to make it look a little real. It looks a little too colorful right now, so I'm gonna go in and like balance it with the darker green. I hope this video wasn't all over the place. Let me know what you guys really thought. I'm just adding another cloud up there. And I feel like that's it. I wanted to add the sun somewhere, but I feel like it's not gonna work. Let's see. Let us see. I'm thinking like just a little something. I don't know. A little yellow ball. I don't want it too perfect, so I'm gonna kind of brush it out on the edges so that it's kind of like bringing out some light. I'll probably go in with another layer of yellow another time, but let me just show you the finished product. This is my palm tree painting. I'll take off the tape and show you guys the finished product. Yeah, just remember that it's not that there's not men out there. You just have to make sure you know what you want and know your worth. When you're searching for that man, don't settle for less. And when that man comes along, you'll know. And don't give up on love just because you've been hurt once, twice, or even 3 times. Give it a shot every time, especially when the person seems promising. You don't want to miss out on an amazing experience just because you've been hurt. Because who's to say that that new person might not be the one that changes the whole story of love for you. So don't shut out love, and know what you want in order to actually give the right guys a chance. And by doing that, you'll definitely find someone who is worth loving and giving another shot at love. And this is the end product. I love painting palm trees. This came out pretty cute. I usually don't put a sun in there, but thanks for tuning in. If y'all like this one, I'll definitely make more videos like this and probably be better next time, because this is the complete first time I made a video like this. So yeah, I'll see y'all in another video. Peace and blessings, and stay accountable in choosing your partners.